Just one of them days that a dude goes through. What is it inside? Don't wanna take it out on you. Just one of them days. Don't take it personal. I just wanna be all alone when I think I treat you wrong. Of the age, is this revealing my age, or is this like the age of Aquarius, the age of, what age are we talking about? Hi, Mom. Got these good kids on the call today. Good morning, everyone. I'll tell you what, it's like this is usually the first time I see myself when I do these live streams, so it's always like, well, good morning. Good morning to this old visage of mine. For those of you that have never done a live stream, I'll just tell you it's strange. It's strange talking to people while looking at yourself. Which is to say, I want to see you guys. How's everyone doing? How you guys looking today? Or feeling? I'm a little sleepy today. Real talk. Excited for the theme. Yeah, so my friend Flavia is going to come on in a few short minutes here. We're going to chop it up. Chop it up as we do. I don't know if you guys saw my story, but I just whipped together a little graphic for y'all. It's Flavia and I last year, back before we had cut our hair, we were chopping it up about astrology as we do. So she's gonna come on and tell us what's going on up in the stars. Wow. Takes a village to put this face together every morning. Also, I just wanna be alone when I think I treat you wrong. Name that tune. Gotta let me down. Oh, I don't remember the words now. It's embarrassing. Eee. Don't tell Monica. Gotta hit this time. All right. So, if you've been joining me on these Rise and Shines, then this was no new news to you, but yesterday I officially announced the launch of my sequencing course, which is happening live on Yoga International. Sorry, I got distracted because Stacy said she's going to tell Monica on me, and then I thought, does Stacy know Monica? It's probably just a joke, but I like had a full just fantasy for a second that. Anyway, sequencing course happens next weekend, a week from this weekend, on Yoga International, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Registration is open. If you sign up through the links that I've been sharing, there's a $50 discount right now, so jump on it. And every time a big truck goes by this apartment, it feels like there's an earthquake. So I'm always like batting down. I've been getting lots of questions about it that seem to have a similar theme, which is, can I take the course if I can't make all the live sessions? And the answer is yes. So if anybody asks, the answer is yes. Like half of my day is spent answering that question. Yes, you can still take the course. If you can't make every live session, you'll get a recording of all the sessions, and all will be well. Okay. If you do have any questions about the course, though, please do feel free to reach out, and maybe I'll do like a little live Q&A at some point about that, because it's it is somewhat unprecedented, at least for me, to be teaching in this format, and there's valid questions that come in. Yeah, you guys are just like chopping it up behind the scenes. BTS. Ooh, spilled some coffee. Also, for those of you that requested information about my mysterious Summon Your Strength program that's about to launch, I will be sending you information in your DMs by the end of the day today, so keep an eye out for that. If you are interested in learning more about that, I alluded to it a few days ago. I was going to make a big official post about it, but there were enough people that wanted info, more people than I can accept into the program, so I'm only taking about 15 people in. So if you are wanting to learn more about my process for at least my kind of home strength practice and different ways that you can join me in that endeavor, you can direct message me and I will send you that information later today. Okay. I'm gonna go for Flavia. The tenderest girl, the tenderest, most supreme madam I know. Let's see here. There she go, there she go. Hello, message me.
Yes, hi, go for Flavia.
Sure, yeah, just go ahead and go for Rocky.
Actually, please wait while I connect you.
Yeah.
Wait one, please.
I'm
getting Flavia on the line for you. Just wait one.
Ooh.
Hi.
Hi.
It's me, Flavia.
Your receptionist looks exactly like you. Isn't that funny?
Oh yeah, I only hire people who look exactly like me. So it's just a prerequisite. I'm weird like that. I'm quirky like that.
Well, listen. Some would say quirky, some would say random, some would say awkward. I just say...
I say me.
Well, I say
Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising. Deal with it.
Oh wow, I love your cup.
Right? Cheers, everyone. This is not whiskey,
cheers.
I promise.
Boop. So, Flavia whiskey this morning, and
not
just chopping it up. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on the old 5G Arama?
Oh, I'm on Wi-Fi.
A little delay.
Oopsies.
I'm trying to go for Flavia, but it's
should we do about this?
Actually, no, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, just don't move.
I don't want to ruin your perfect podcast.
It's not perfect, and it's not a podcast, so take two.
I know, that's why I'm so funny and quirky. Okay.
My mom says she just toasts us with the cup you gave her for Christmas.
Oh, hi Candy. I miss you so much. Rocky and I have discussed possibly coming to visit you if you'll have us.
Yeah, I'm craving. Flavia and I were last night. We're like, what did you say? I was like, we noticed that we kind of live in a
rat's nest.
Rat's nest. Yeah. What does that even mean? I was like, just the sounds of the city, cars, and the bustle of whatever's going on around here. Just like give me space, give me fields, give me green pastures.
Right. When I moved to LA, I mean, I absolutely love LA. I moved here because I loved it so much. Aw, she'll have us. Yes. Oh, yes. Chest bump.
Whoa.
But when I first moved here, I was very happy. I love it here so much. But now I'm beginning to wonder if it suits me anymore.
Yeah.
Real talk,
Well, so we're just gonna go there.
Do you want to just go there or what?
Buckle up, guys. We're going there.
Buckle up, babe.
Buckle up, bubs. Yeah. Well, it's hard to know. Like, LA doesn't feel all that compelling or alluring when you can't do anything. You know, it's like it's kind of like a
I mean,
concrete test.
the
Where the
biggest
parks
thing,
are closed and
right?
like the beaches are closed, parks are closed, trails are closed.
We live in LA, we live in Los Angeles, and we live very close to downtown. We could walk to downtown and we could walk to Echo Park. Um, the one thing that's really struck me during all of this is how much I wish I had a yard. I wish I had a yard. If you have a yard, you are so fortunate. We have to walk. Rocky and I, we live in the same building. We have to walk at least 15 minutes to get to grass that we can walk on, which is Echo Park. And yeah, I've been missing my family too. And same thing. Is that Karari? Is that how you say it, Karari? I've been experiencing the same exact sentiment, wondering if I should just be closer to my family who are out east. I'm from New York originally, but it's been tough because I love California. I'm so acclimated to California. It's so beautiful here. I love it, and you cannot beat this weather, really.
True.
And I've made so many amazing friends.
Like who?
I don't know, like some people.
Well,
just some people I know. You don't
okay,
know.
great. Sounds like
you, Rocky. Come on.
Now, see, now you make it sound like I was fishing. Come on.
You knew the answer, Rocky.
Every time I'm born and raised in California, and I have moved quite a lot around. I've moved around in my life, and every time I've left California, I've always like found my way back. Like I just can't seem to leave Cali, and I think it's, you know, being born and raised here, I took a lot of it for granted because this just feels like home.
Yeah.
And then you go to other places and you realize that other places are definitely not California. So now, even as there's other places in the world that I'm curious to explore or to live in, but it's kind of like I know what the pattern is. I feel like I know what the outcome is. It's going to be that I'll end up back in California. So is it worth the hassle of giving up and doing that? But then it's like, well, I don't know that it's like relationships, like anything. It's like, is it not worth doing it just because it's not going to be forever? Like, is it still worth? I
know, yeah, that you can always move. You can always move back. Barbara, you're from Brooklyn. Yes. Represent. When I joined the Navy and was sent to San Diego. That's how I got to the West Coast. When I originally got out of the Navy, I moved back to Brooklyn and was living in Bay Ridge for a year or so. And then I ended up coming right back to California.
You came right back to California.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a gun. Yeah, we don't curse on the live stream.
Son of a biscuit.
Son of a biscuit and gravy. And hey, Mom.
Son of a Bay Ridge.
Son of a Bay Ridge. Son of a Brunswick. I know.
Son of a Bushwick.
I said Brunswick. Son of a Bed-Stuy.
Funny. Venmo us money right now for our humor.
If you like some of the humor that you're seeing here,
look out for my Netflix comedy special coming out tonight.
Yeah.
I just decided.
It's called Go for Flavia, chopping it up in quarantine. I just want to respond to my mom's comment, which is that it's true. I mean, my mom lives in NorCal, and all the different places in the world I think about living, I have to locate proximity from mama, you know?
Yeah, I hear that.
That's true, Mom. Well, I mean, that's my family.
I'm trying to live closer to Candy too.
Let's do it. And
I love Portland, Karari. I hope that I'm saying your name right, Karari. But I love Portland. I wonder where your family's from and where you're thinking about moving to. Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to interact with
no, it's fine.
Lovely people.
It's fine.
I wasn't ignoring you, Rocky.
I said it's fine. You're the one acting like it's not fine. I'm fine.
Rocky, you know I love you.
I know. I mean,
I see you. Okay? This is a safe space. I see you. I hear you.
let's just talk about astrology.
Yeah, let's just dig in.
Let's just go for it. So the other day, I
Go
forget
for Flavia.
forget who it was the other day that said, it might have been Ava. I don't know if she's on the call. Um, she had requested that we talk about what's going on up in the stars, and I was like, I currently don't even really have a freaking clue what's going on up there. I've not been staying current on the old. Oh boy.
Axel has a lot to say about the stars right now.
Yeah. Check out this bub here. How do I go
Let's let our cats have a little moment. Do you see him, Axel? Axel, pay attention! This is important. Barbara, I love London. Ooh, I love London.
Ooh! Don't
In it.
get her started on
In
London.
it. British people be like, in it.
Can't be asked. Can't be bothered to move to London though. It's too much time to move there, love.
British people be like, come over, have a cuppa with some crumpets.
Check out Roth under the shade of the marijuana.
Oh, yes, the moon last night. I was obsessed with the moon and Venus being so close. Yes, come on, Venus.
Oh.
Yes. Should we just talk about like what the sun's doing? Speaking of Venus, the sun is in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. A lot of big things about Taurus is that it's really reliable and persistent. It also really loves beauty. So if you've been finding yourselves doing things to make things more beautiful in your environment, that's big Taurus energy. I remember one day I woke up and I I wanted to put full on cat eye winged eyeliner and lipstick, and I braided my hair, and I painted my toenails, and then
I thought that was just me.
Absolutely.
I had cornrows in.
But also I had realized that we had just entered Taurus season, which makes so much sense. And I also started moving stuff around in my living room. I was like, this isn't right. The energy's all wrong here. And so I started moving plants around and, just making it better. Do you want to see my plants, you guys?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Check me out.
It's like Jumanji in there. It's like that scene in Jumanji where the plants take over.
Yeah, and I've got a garden going on over there.
Oh, don't get Flavia started on her garden. She's basically she's ready for the summer cookout. She's got fruit salad, and the harvest is about to pop off.
I'll just slowly implement you guys into my garden world. One thing I do want to say is I'm going to be talking more about astrology and all the things. So if you don't follow me and you want to, go ahead and follow me, and I'll be putting out more videos just talking about life. I mean, I basically have life figured out, so if you want to know, just follow me. What
No, I agree.
What was that look?
That
look? What was that look?
Oh, oh God, my neck. It did a, you know what I mean?
No, Candy, that's my apartment.
I don't think my mom's ever been in your apartment. They're
exactly the same. Yeah.
Not boring.
Mine's cuter. I mean, what?
Yeah, if you like, depends on what you like, I guess.
I'm just kidding. I love your apartment.
Oh my God, I'm kidding too. I love your apartment.
Okay, so this energy right now, we're obviously, this is so obvious, we're experiencing lots of changes and shifts. It has a lot to do with the Scorpio full moon, which goes completely full tomorrow, 17 degrees in Scorpio. Oh, your mom said we should do a podcast.
Why? Because we're
Because we're wicked smart.
wicked smart and we call it We're Funny, the We're Funny podcast.
Well, yeah, but I also think that we should call it That's Not How That Works.
Right, right.
And we'll just talk about how everyone's wrong and we're right.
Sounds relatable.
Okay, so this is a big energy of transformation, and depending on how, depending on your natal chart, that will weigh in as to how intense it's going to be for you. It's kind of a level of fear, like how are you handling fear? How are you handling the lower level consciousness? But it's going to lead to a completion. So just huge transformation. And how are you handling the uncertainty of it before it goes complete, right? It's the energy of endings and beginnings. This Scorpio energy drives us. It motivates us. It's passionate, and it's quite decisive. So you could be making a big decision, or someone could be making a big decision regarding you and your life. So if you've been wondering what to do about something, you'll probably figure it out over this full moon. You'll be illuminated to what you should do, right? Because full moon does represent illumination, right? Big time.
What day is the full moon, you said?
Tomorrow, May 7th. May 7th, tomorrow. And it's in 17 degrees Scorpio. Yeah, so and that decision that you will be making is going to be coming from an inner knowing, an instinctive part of you, your intuition, your emotional, intuitive body. You're just going to know. You'll just have an epiphany. That's what the full moon is going to bring out for you. Mm. So, yeah. Another thing that I was thinking about when I was reading about this energy is a lot of people are waiting on decisions. A lot of people are waiting on decisions for unemployment. So you might be illuminated to your unemployment. You might get the award letter. This, like all that might start coming out for you, because I know some people are still waiting for unemployment, or loans. Some people are waiting on loans and stuff. So also going on, Mercury is in Taurus and it's sextiling Neptune and Pisces. So that's going to be a lot of spiritual support for going deeper and trusting bigger. And then adding Scorpio, that can bring a dark night of the soul, a worrying, a not wanting to engage in control dynamics. I mean, a lot of people don't want to wear masks. They don't want to be home. They want to go to work. So yeah, that has a lot to do with this energy. But one thing to really consider is, how do you reclaim your power in any situation? That's a big question for you. And the full moon is always an illumination for us. So that's going to be a huge part in figuring that out. This full moon is also known as the Wesak full moon, or the Buddha full moon, and it has to do where Buddha was born, became enlightened, and died. So there's just lots of energy coming in of reincarnation and regeneration. So how are you doing this in your life? Are you trusting the process, right? Are you trusting yourself? Are you trusting the forces which support you? So meditation could really help, or things that you do that are meditative for you, say like taking a really long walk, or gardening, or yoga, whatever brings those energies to you. So yeah, it's meant to, I'm still talking about this full moon, it's meant to illuminate areas of untapped power as well, as more opportunities for raising our consciousness and stepping toward what truly calls to you. It's like we're emotionally reprogramming our soul stories, and we're moving through a time of recalibrating what we've told ourselves. So big changing our stories energy. So whatever seems to be bringing you down or making you worry, change your story, and you're going to see your energy change, your energy shift. It's also reviving an energy within us, which supports us at a whole new vibration and level of consciousness. So, come on, New Earth. All right. Um, do I have time to keep going, or is that?
Yeah, keep going.
All right, cool. um, so that's the full moon tomorrow night. It's gonna, and you could
Can
have.
you repeat what you said? I like questions. I like self-reflection questions.
Okay.
And I heard, I should be writing these down, but I heard, how do you want to rewrite your story as sort of a topic of reflection? And there was something else that you said that I'm not remembering now. Just kind of what.
Recalibrating what we've told ourselves. So this has a lot to do with transformation and healing from past trauma, and changing our stories to better. You know how you change your story as you evolve and you understand that you had to go through what you had to go through in order to be where you are now and to have this visceral understanding of who you are. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's big energy of transformation and epiphany.
Yeah, yeah, Barbara is referring to what I was referring to, which I think you said about reflecting on ways that we can reclaim our power.
Yeah, definitely.
Which certainly relates to how the stories that we tell about ourselves. And
yes, so that is a big question surrounding this full moon. How do you reclaim your power? How do you change your story to make it work for you and move forward through this transformation? Push through the darkness, right? Push through the darkness to the illumination. So just after the full moon, May 9th and 10th, we've got some encouraging energies with Mercury and Taurus. Mercury is now making lovely trines to both Jupiter and Pluto, which are in Capricorn. Now that's bringing big energies of a powerful decision, financial choices. To me, that kind of speaks to the rent strike. A lot of people not paying rent, which is really difficult. It's a difficult decision. That's a difficult financial choice. It's uncomfortable. But something's going to click and connect, and you could receive downloads and have clarity because Mercury works around our minds, words. It's a messenger. Could be something contractual or in writing, which, that speaks to rent and leases and loans. You may be making a new commitment around this time, around May 9th and 10th. So you might be switching careers, which is big right now. Around these times, a lot of people are reconfiguring what they're doing in their life or what they can do. I think a lot of people are leaving behind an old world that was not working for them, and they're finding an opportunity to finally do what makes them happy. Yes, Barbara, we cannot be using our financial resources the same. No, we are not going to be the same after this. We're not. I have so much to say about that, so I will be making a video very soon about that whole energy.
It's interesting. I feel like a lot of these things that you're sharing, since I haven't really been paying as close attention to the movements in the stars as of late, I've just been very I'm trying to be very keen on on the forces that play within me. But I feel like every week of this experience, certainly of life, but just as we kind of go through the rhythms of all this, has had a different sort of feeling, a different theme. And the last week or two have really felt like it's felt like a very a distinct shift in story and shift in perspective. And at the very least, just I don't seem to be alone in kind of asking different questions about what we're experiencing. Certainly different
Yeah.
questions than what I was asking in the beginning. Um,
Right.
like I just sort of, I've chalked that up to it being the amount of time we've been in quarantine, or whatever version of that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
After a certain while, we kind of start to investigate and look at things from different perspectives. But it does seem, at least in LA, that there's sort of a changing of the tides in terms of, you know, questioning, like, is this really the best way to mitigate the damage of, this virus, or however you view what's going on,
Yeah.
and is like shielding myself from the outside world really the healthiest choice? In which case, like, how do I navigate that? How do I actually feel about that? And I think I'm kind of like, I'm the type of person that when instructions are given, I tend to want to follow the instructions
Yeah.
to a point, and
Virgo.
yeah, exactly. I tend to want to follow the instructions, and then I'll pause after a while and be like, wait, but
Why?
why? And
Why?
yeah, and I understand the reasons why based on the stories that have been told, but then when you
Mhm.
start to examine the stories and start to question the stories, then the whys take on a different
Mm.
context.
Yeah, I can speak um, for having worked in surgery. I used to assist surgeons, and I used to have to keep myself sterile and the sterile field um, sterile. One thing that I can say for masks, the masks we wear, um, say for example the disposable medical mask that we wear in surgery. The idea of sterility is that you don your mask before you enter an operating room suite, and you take it off before you leave the suite, and then put a new one before you go back in, because you're contaminating the mask every single time you walk into the room and you're around an open body,
Mm-hmm.
and any sort of, say, disease. Like, say you're walking into a room with a patient who has a disease, you have to put on a new mask every single time. So, and a lot of us, I'm doing it myself, and I'm doing it because I'm playing the game. A lot of us are reusing the same mask. That's not, you're not, you're not protecting yourself or anyone truly if you really are well versed in how to prevent the spreading. But I think that it is just one of those things where you have to be the monkey, do the trick, and get the banana and play the game so that no one
Yeah.
scolds you or gives you a fine, or but it's actually not that effectual to wear the mask. But I'm not trying to like stir up any sort of
Well,
controversy
there's so
here.
much different. I mean, it's all controversial, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
even the information that is seen to be like the widely accepted information, in my mind, is controversial because a lot of it
Right,
does you follow the trail of questioning and it doesn't really make sense,
right,
um, for me. So I think, to your point, like, I don't know, like, for me, there was a time where just opening the front door and walking out into the world, I was like putting on a mask. And then, like,
yes,
well,
yeah,
what signal is that telling myself? That, like, just the air is
it's
contaminated?
dangerous.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if I'm telling my body over and over again that the world, the air is dangerous, is contaminated, um, when
and I
it's
don't believe that.
when it's not, like, that's giving my subconscious and my, like, nervous system and my everything a signal, that is not true, and that is going to put me in a fear response. So
It's
then you
in
think,
fight or
well,
flight.
yeah, and then so if I go somewhere where there's people, am I putting it on because I don't want to breathe in their air, or am I putting it on because I don't want to touch my mouth, or am I putting it on because I don't want them to I want them to feel safe around me? And I feel like at this point,
Yeah.
for me personally, as you said, like I'm I'm um, I'm going through the motions of donning my gay apparel, um, uh, in
We
order
won't
to,
stop until we get some.
right? It's like, what is figgy pudding anyway? Because I want others to feel comfortable around me. I don't
Right.
want my presence. I don't want my presence to stoke a fear response in others,
Sure.
more so than I myself feel apprehensive or fearful.
And not
But
to mention, you have to, in order to buy food, you
yeah,
just have to play the game.
of course, you just triggered my mom making us more masks, sending more masks. Thank you, Mom. We are
Thank
washing our
you.
masks.
Yeah. Yes.
If you want lovely reusable cloth masks, reach out to my mom. She is the official mask madam.
With really cool prints. Thank you
Yes.
for those. Um, and another thing is what it's doing is it's disconnecting us. It's separating us. It's making us forget our connectedness. Um, one of the things that I feel is that um, we are actually the virus. We are the parasite, and Mother Earth is trying to clean herself because of what we've done to her. We've seen it. We see it all wrong. Mother Earth does not need us. We need her. She can keep going without us. She can keep going without humanity. Um, so imagine if you've had something living on you and hurting you. Your body, we're autoimmune beings. Your body is automatically going to try to get rid of the parasite that's on you. And I believe that that's what Mother Earth is doing. And unless we change the way we've been treating her, she doesn't care how rich you are. She doesn't care what kind of car you drive. She doesn't care what status you have, how many followers you have. She's going to take you out because
Oh,
you're
please,
hurting
honey.
her.
Oh no, no, don't even get it. Don't even get it twisted, honey. Mother Earth is going to take you out.
She's gonna lay
Mama
us
said.
out.
Mama
She's
said,
done it
knock you
before.
out.
She's done it before. Ice Age. Hello, Ice Age. Hello, Atlantis. But yeah, we have to stop treating her the way we're treating her because we are the parasite. We're the virus. And she's like, no, I'm done. Hey, Layla.
I'm so done.
She's done. She's done with us. She's had it with us. And
So I'm curious in your meditation practice, or like, or if when you think about kind of what's going on astrologically, or kind of what these different themes are, does that find its way into your meditation practice, or is it like when you meditate, are you kind of just more open to the downloads, open to what comes through, or do you somehow leverage that into your approach to subtler
well,
practice?
I'd say it's both. And I definitely had an amazing download last night, which was that we are the parasite, we are the virus. It's really uncomfortable and it's a tough subject, and it's actually really harsh, and um, not a lot of people want to hear that, right? Because we are egocentric, and we as a people, speaking generally, we are narcissistic, and we do think that the world revolves around us, which in fact it does not. Um, Mother
Sorry, I wasn't
Earth,
paying attention. I was looking at,
right?
I was just noticing my, whatever that is. This is,
Yeah.
sorry,
So I mean, there was a time when humanity lived in sync and in harmony with the Holy Mother Earth and other planets. And through our practices and rituals, we honored our connectedness and we knew that we were all one. But we've since been through a very long darkness. It's a time of forgetting that we've been through, very egocentric way of living. And through our collective narcissism, we've manifested a sickness after having damaged our Holy Mother and traumatized her so much that she's trying to heal herself from us. This is what came to me through my meditation. It was very powerful. It made me cry for a really long time. Me cry? No way.
No, I'm trying to imagine that night.
She's done it before, and she'll do it again. You know.
What, you crying?
That too. Earth will continue to go on with or without humanity. She doesn't need us, right? It's very vital that we remember this right now. And, you know, like I said, she doesn't care how skinny you are. She doesn't care how small your waist is. She doesn't care how your abs look. She doesn't care if your eyebrows are on fleek, okay? She's trying to heal herself from us because we've damaged her, we've hurt her, we've traumatized her. So I think that it's up to us to remember that we're all one. It's up to us to remember our connectedness and look to our neighbor, and instead of seeing if they have more than us, look to our neighbor to make sure they have enough, right? And to take care of each other and have compassion and show up for one another. That's the energy right now. That's the energy of the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment. Yeah, so chew on that, baby. I do apologize if that was too harsh for someone this morning. I really do apologize, but it's coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of hope and optimism and wanting to see a better earth, a new earth, and wanting to see us grow our own food and depend less on the government. Also, can we remember that the government works for us, we the people?
And remember that?
Yeah, the government would not be here if not for us, if we weren't here. So that's something that we need to remember. And we have every right to demand clean energy and better policies to help Earth and help us. So that's something that we do really need to remember. Okay, let me step down off of my soapbox.
I mean, the baby, you've given a lot for us to chew on, you know what I'm saying? I thought I would pull a card from this wild.
Yes, please do.
The Wild Unknown Tarot, which is the companion deck to the Animal Spirits. I love it. And, you know, at what it's looking like, y'all out there joining is that we're probably not going to do the things that we typically do on this live stream, like the movements and the meditations.
Yeah, sorry, I took all your time. Barbara, yes, death is a huge part. It's the only certainty in life. That's the only true thing in life.
But, you know, that's why we have recordings of all these sessions with all these meditations and movement practices. So I will encourage you, if those of you that want to move and breathe and do those things that we do in the morning, you know, click back on one of your favorite Rise and Shines and move with me in, looks like retrospect.
Yeah, not to mention you have like Yoga International. You have so many outlets where you can be accessed. And
well, and you know, the point of this Rise and Shine is that you guys get to start your day. That we start our days together, and this is what my morning looks like. It's chopping it up with the Flavia.
Yeah, truly, yeah.
Okay, here's our. I don't know that I know this card. Maybe I don't think it's from the.
Bianco is like, church. Take us to church. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, here's what I pulled.
Ooh, Mother of Cups.
Do you know this? This is like.
I'm gonna guess it's Queen of Cups. That's my first guess.
Mother of Cups. I'll show it to you guys again.
Holy Mother. We're talking about Mother Earth. Oh my God.
Woo! Woo! Come on. Chew on that, baby. Your eyebrows are on fleek, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, I know the Holy Mother don't care, but I do.
Holy Mother does not care about our eyebrows.
Well, that's where the Holy Mother and I differ.
Yes, sometimes we have to move our minds. So we're moving our minds this morning. That's a good point.
Here, here.
I pulled a card too if I have time. So
Not to be outdone. All right, so the Mother of Cups is insightful and psychic. The Mother of Cups rivals the High Priestess with her natural psychic abilities. She's a gentle, tranquil woman whose insights bring healing to those around her. She thrives when amidst her family, the arts, and music or beauty of any kind. Like a true swan, when the Mother of Cups is pushed, she becomes aggressive and defensive. She'll commonly see herself as the victim when distressed in a situation.
mm, she is the victim right now.
What do you know about that?
Can I read my card that I pulled?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty amazing for this energy. I'm going to show you guys.
What does that say?
Ornithomancy or omen. So I'm going to read. And it's divination of the ancients. I really love this oracle book. So this is what it says. Be alert, for the signs are all around you. You have not heeded your internal alarm. So this flight of birds comes to warn you that you're in the process of making a huge mistake. You may be flying high at the moment, but could fall quickly and suffer a very nasty bump as you land. Already you've been swept away, but never fear, it's not too late to get back on track. Ask yourself, what resonates with your truth and integrity? Take action accordingly. Soar freely above the commitments you've made. Liberate your mind and heart to allow your soul to take off. And an incantation that goes with this card is, all that glitters is not gold, but I believe what I've been told. This omen bids me to retreat as protection, not defeat. So it says, do not ignore your intuition, messages, or signs. Come on. Think before doing anything that will take you from your true path. Someone is not being honest. This is not a time for new ventures. Do not move forward at this time. I thought that was a pretty interesting card to pull.
You froze up on me, girl.
Oh, I froze up?
On me, I don't know about on the rest of the squad. Do
I look like this? Like
you're all like,
yes.
You're like, this is just a really wonderful time.
This is the perfect card.
You're still glitched
okay,
out on me. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I'm in the midst of many a new venture, which I don't plan on not moving forward on. But it does, I find that what you had just done. You put something on your glasses.
I put the filter on me that has those 90s glasses. Hold on, me.
You are crazy.
What's
up? Oh my god. You guys, I told you Flavia was wild, but you didn't
believe
me. I mean,
follow me.
She'll do anything. She'll just put
follow me for more information on how to live a perfect life.
Yeah. Want to crack the code on sacred living?
Got it all figured out, you guys.
Yeah. Clearly, I mean, look at her.
These glasses. Come on.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think what I've really been experiencing a lot during all this is kind of those dual energies of kind of wanting to just stop and pause. I mean, when this first started, there was a lot that was being talked about in terms of this being like a global reset or a great pause, a time to stop and really, sit with what's going on. And I think that's valid. And then there's also like when we stop for a time, then we start to kind of build up and accumulate energy that motivates us to want to respond and wants to do something. I mean, we have these energies of yin and yang in us, and they both serve a purpose. And so, you know, as is true of our creative pursuits, like I can say, I think I want to do this, and then once you've committed to doing something, that means that you're, at least for me, that you're going to do it, you know, even on the days that you don't feel like doing it. And so there are days that I wake up and I don't feel like doing anything. I want to sit. I want to like go inside. I want to pause. But I've made commitments to other people. I have deadlines. There's things at this point that I have to do. And so, you know, it's much like any kind of commitments that we have or any kind of relationships that we have, they only really work if we do them when, even the days that we don't feel like doing them. And so it's I think important for us to navigate all of that, you know, to take action when we feel motivated, and then to hold ourselves accountable to the things that we've decided are important, but also to pay attention to the rhythms that are unfolding within us, because we are in such unprecedented times. You know, it's the same thing with this live stream. There's been mornings where my alarm's gone off to do this, and I thought, well, I don't feel like doing it today. I feel like just being private today. But then I go live and get to connect with people and have a really meaningful experience. And so I don't really have like a button for all this, but just to say there's a ebb and a flow there, I think, and every day
Definitely
feels different.
And it's really important to follow your spirit. Your spirit is guiding you to what you need and what your body needs. So it's important to listen, and it's okay to say no when your spirit is guiding you to rest and heal. And that's one thing that we should all honor of one another and be more compassionate.
Yeah.
When someone says that they can't do something because they need to take time to themselves, I think that we really need to be a lot more understanding of that and honor that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one more card, and then we'll bounce out of here. I'm gonna pull one of the animal spirit cards for the fam. Before we leave, just want to say that I will be back on Friday. Tomorrow I will not be doing the live stream. Please honor when I say no, that I will not be on the live stream tomorrow. And I think on Friday what we'll do is, or what I will offer is, kind of go back to the origins of the live stream. We'll start with, you know, we'll go through the breathing practices, meditation, and I'll lead a more robust movement practice on Friday. So for those of you that are eager for all that, I will see you back Friday. As I said before, if you're interested in learning more about what I'm cooking up, which essentially is, you know, it is important for us to take care of our bodies, and I think this is a time for us to as important as it is to reflect and go inward, this is a time where I think, at least for me, investing in my strength and in my resilience and in my sense of personal power is important. And for me, that looks like still addressing my physical body and my inner and outer fortitude. And so I'm creating a small community of folks that are interested in essentially working out together during all this, not just our mind, not just our bodies, but also our minds and our hearts. So if you're interested in being a part of that program with me, again, it's going to be quite small, quite intimate. You can direct message me, and I'll send you more information by the end of the day.
Beautiful. I love it.
Okay.
Yes, Candy.
All right, go for this one. This card, okay. This card always keeps popping out at me.
You know, I just like right off the bat, I feel like that's all of us right now.
Right.
We are fire ants right now. We're like, scrambling. No one knows what the hell's going on. And someone just stepped on our on our
mound.
Yeah, mound. Yes, thank you.
Or ant
On the
mounds.
mounds, on our lumps. Yeah, and we're just scrambling, and we're like, wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. The mask works. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, wash your mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I pulled this card last week. Aggression, rigid thinking, and following orders. The fire and energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire and energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend that the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, the fire ants are thoughtful and disciplined, and when out of balance, they argue and have excess heat. He's like, yeah, word. To bring into balance, solo time, and it says walks at night.
Yes, I love that. I love walks at night.
Yeah, it's so true though. I mean, that was kind of perfect.
Also, can I just say, please cancel Amazon and stop making billionaires rich, please?
We'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Please cancel your Amazon, please. I'm begging you, everyone.
Well, Flavia, thank you for joining me this morning and sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, follow Flavia. She has things to say, and she'll be saying them on her social media and beyond. And I'll see you guys back on Friday. And if you, again, have questions about my upcoming projects, feel free to reach out to me. Take some walks at night. And as Missy Elliott says, cool off, cool off, cool off, cool off, cool off, cool off.
I can't stand the rain.
Against my window.
Against my window.
I can't stand the rain. Peace out, y'all. Ooh. Yeah, take it home. Take us home.
No, I'm not going to do that here. Whatever dignity I have left, I'm clinging to it.
Clenching onto that dignity.
Clenching. I'm not going to say what I'm clenching with.
Ooh.
But there's some Kegel work going on, guys.
Okay, a little root activation here.
You can follow me at Tender Girl Madam Supreme.
If you go to my story, I tagged Flavia on the story. Yeah. Yes. You can also follow her at Flavaramadingdong, the Flavinator 2020. Just kidding. Don't do that. Let somebody else.
I love you, Rocky. Thank you so much for doing this every morning. Well, I know it has been every morning, but you've been steady and resilient and just a shining light for a lot of people. And it's helping the world. So thank you for doing that.
Well, it's my pleasure. And thank you. I'm able to be a steady and resilient because I have a community of people like yourself that support me so I can help support others. So I love you and thank you. I'm going to go off before this cancels us and I lose the video forever. But
all right. Love you.
Yeah, love you too.
Bye.